Good morning. Today is June 22nd. Our journey through the Word of God has brought us to Psalms 38 through 44. These Psalms are poetic cries for help, forgiveness, and redemption to walk closer to God and receive relief from suffering. This is the Daily Bible, where each day we read a passage to keep you on schedule to complete the Bible in 1 year.
It's important to mention that you don't have to constantly work on your small business if you aren't growing. If you need to take a break, that is fine. There are a few things that
Hello everyone, my name is Joni and welcome to Love Qualified, a ministry that is dedicated to encouraging others to experience the sovereign love of the one true God who has qualified us to be his beloved ones. I am an author and I have published a poetry devotional and 3 contemporary Christian romance books. Today I'm going to be working on the 4th book in my contemporary Christian romance series. In this vlog, I'll be showing you how I'm starting the first draft. I just thought I would do an intro for this vlog and just tell you what this vlog is going to entail. I just finished finishing the first draft of the devotional, which is the companion devotional to the first book, which is The One Who Knows Me. I finished the first draft of the devotional and journal, and I'm going to put that aside and work on this first draft of this book 4. I'm hoping to finish this first draft of book 4 by the end of September. That's the deadline I've given myself. So I have counted it, so there's 2 weeks left in July. I was supposed to work on 4 chapters last week, but I only did 2. So this week, so I'm supposed to work on 6 chapters. I don't think that's going to happen, but if I were to work on 4 chapters last week and 4 chapters this week, then for the rest of August and September, I'll only need to do 2 chapters a week, which, if I write 1 chapter on my days off, that could work for me. There's no way I'm going to be able to write every single day because of work. So I feel really tired sometimes when I get back from work and I just don't have the mental capacity to sit down and write. So I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm not going to stress too much about it. 2 chapters are down. This evening, after resting, I'm going to see if I have the strength to start writing chapter 3, and we'll see how far we go. So yeah, I will just take you guys along, and then at some point I'm going to show you guys how I outline my novels, because I had somebody ask in one of my videos a while ago about just how I go about outlining my novels. So I'll take you guys through my whole novel outlining process. I'll use the Canva video recording feature to show you guys what exactly I do. So I hope you enjoy this vlog. Hello guys, so today is the 6th of August and it has been a long time since you guys have seen my face. I thought I'll come in here and show you guys my face and just update you guys on how writing is going, because as you can see I have been writing. I just have not been showing you my face in terms of talking about how writing is going. I am currently on chapter 10 and I have finished writing the first act. So I finished act 1 and we are sort of breaking into act 2, moving well into the B story of this book. I've been showing you guys little snippets at like the beginning of the chapters when I give you guys the updates, but basically this is a dual POV book. It's a second chance romance. It's book 4 in the Sovereign Love series, as you guys already know if you've been watching this vlog from the beginning. It's Alex and Olana's story, and it's a dual timeline novel, which means that there's alternatives. So with every other chapter you have like it's alternating between the then and now timeline. I have finished the outline for the then timeline, and I also finished the outline for the now timeline, which means that every other chapter we switch timelines. So I would say that I am enjoying writing it. Obviously we've written the inciting incident. It's a second chance romance, so obviously we know that they're gonna meet, and then you're gonna basically see how their relationship is right now, which is not in a good place because of everything that has happened in the past. And then the then timeline will reveal everything that happened, you know, when they were in a relationship in college up until the time when they broke up, like what exactly went down. And I'm releasing that information really slowly. I'm enjoying the past timeline a lot more because I'm writing the romance aspect of Olana and Alex's, you know, relationship, you know, like when they just started dating, how, you know, just how cute they were together. And I love so just writing all those bits from when they were, you know, like when their relationship was still fresh, and you know, all of the feelings and all those things. That's very, very exciting. I love and I love writing romance, so I'm enjoying writing that bit. Obviously I'm having to switch mindset every time I move to the next chapter because things are all cute and nice in the then timeline, and then in the now timeline obviously things are not great because they're no longer together. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think I'm getting a hang of Alex's voice, so we'll just keep writing and just see where things take us. So yeah. Okay, hi guys, I'm just gonna come on here and do a closing clip for this vlog, but I'm gonna close by showing you guys a little bit about how I outline my novels, just to give you guys a look into my process. I was gonna do like a video recording thing on Canva, but then I realized actually I couldn't do that without doing a presentation, and I just couldn't be bothered to make a whole presentation for it. So I thought I would just show you guys my screen. So this is Google Docs, and it is basically just the outline document, so the outline and character profiles for the 4th book in the Sovereign Love series. I use what we call the snowflake method, which means that you start off with one sentence and then you move on to 2 sentences about the book, you know, just a summary of the book. Then you write 5 sentences about the book, and then you write the full outline. Now this is an example because these are the 2 main characters of the book, Alex and Olana, and what I normally do is I write the sentences for both main characters, because obviously it's usually, my books are dual POVs and each character has their own character arc, so I usually like to know what their story is about. So you can pause and read the 1 sentence summaries for the story for the main characters. There might be some spoilers. I don't think there's going to be any spoilers in this document, and if there's any spoilers I will just cut it out. But if you've not read the first 3 books, then I don't know if there might be any spoilers on this page, but it probably will be better if you've read the first 3 books to look at this document in depth. But anyway, these are I do the 1 sentence summaries, as you can see, and then I move on to the 2 sentence summaries, as you can see. That tells me a little bit more about the characters and what their story is about. Then I move on to the 5 sentence summaries, just to tell me, you know, go a bit more in depth about the story, about what the main characters' wants are, their needs and things like that. And then I just have all this written down about the Save the Cat beat sheet method, because this is what I use when I'm doing my chapter by chapter outline. I use the 3-act structure, save the cat, beat sheet method when I'm planning the character arc, just to make sure that the arc is, satisfying, and that it hits all these beats, and that I am able to tell a well-structured story. So I have this all written here so that when I'm doing the chapter by chapter outlines, I can make sure that I am hitting these beats. So I have this here. So after I've written my 5-sentence summary, what I go to do on next is I work on the characters. Now, I always make sure that I, write down, I know a little bit about my characters before I start drafting. If I don't know my characters, if I don't know what they look like, or if I don't know what they want, what they need, I'm going to struggle to, get into their head, especially because I write first person. So what I normally do is I start with the first character. So Olana Gloria Madu is the first main character. I usually write a bit of a physical description, a bit about their personality, and a bit about their backstory, because I always want to know where they're coming from, because what has happened to them in the past always frames their mindset especially at the start of the book, and it would explain, what their wants are, what their needs are. And in the backstory, I always make sure that I write like the faith elements of the arc and things like that. And then after that, I write their dislikes, I write what their wants are, what their needs are, and the obstacles, the things that are stopping them from, achieving what the need is. And you can pause to read, if you're interested. And then what I always do is I always find a photo on Pinterest just to have a physical description, of the character. She's a girl boss. She's a CEO. She has burgundy locks. I really love this outfit on this girl. And I love, this is Olana. When I look at this picture, I picture Olana. But yeah, I got these photos off of Pinterest. And then we move on to Alex Obeng. So this is Alex. I finally found a photo on Pinterest that makes me think of Alex. Like, I think that this is him. This is, when I look at this guy, I think, it's the way I imagine Alex to be in my head. And I do the same thing for him, physical description, a bit about his personality. But I'm not going to show you guys a bit about his backstory, his wants, his needs, because that's going to be major spoilers for this book. So I'm not going to show you guys that. The next thing that I am trying to do now before I actually start drafting is make sure that I solidify the timeline of the book. This is Notion. I just use Notion for quite a few things. I have used it before for the timeline for The One Who Loves Me, The One Who Sees Me, and now, especially because this 4th book has a then and now timeline, I have to make sure that I'm not missing things. I'm not messing things up with the then and now timeline. So this is the then timeline. I just made sure that I have written everything out, the events, the way things happen, and also with the now timeline as well. Especially the now timeline takes place within a 3-month period, so I have to make sure that I know what happens week after week. So I just usually separate it like that by week, and make sure that I've got everything sorted out. Once I have the timeline sorted out, then I now go to the document, the Google Docs document, which I'm not going to show you guys now because it has some spoilers. But basically what I do there is I do a chapter by chapter outline, and I basically go chapter 1, chapter 2, and I write what's going to happen in that chapter, like a brief summary. And I usually do that in red. Actually, if I go to that, so I usually do that in red. As you can see, I have been writing, I just finished writing chapter 13, and if we go to chapter 14, you can see it's in red, and a little bit in red. As I outline or as I draft, once I finish writing out that chapter, obviously I'm going to delete the bit in red, and the bit in red is going to be the actual like chapter, so I'm going to delete that bit. And so yeah, I think this is basically what I do. I do a chapter by chapter outline all the way till the very end. As you can see, I've outlined every single chapter. And there you go, those are all my chapters here. So with this one, I have just written then now after an after each, like the characters' names, and then when I'm done with that chapter, I will delete that, just to let me know how far I've gone. So far I've gotten up to chapter 13, and I'm going to start writing chapter 14 today. So yeah, that's basically how I'll outline my novels. This is the current word count that we're sitting on the NaNoWriMo website. This is the word count for the entire document, not for the 14 or 13 chapters that I've written, but it just helps me to see what my progress is. My goal is still to finish this first draft on September 30th, so I'm really hoping that I'm able to do that, because that would really help me get in line with my publishing plans, and it will help me meet up with the deadline for me to publish this book next year, like the month that I'm planning to publish it next year. But yeah, that's basically all I had to share with you guys in this video. If you have any questions about drafting, outlining books, about my process, publishing, being an author, then I'll be more than happy to answer. Just leave me a comment below, like this video, share with friends if you feel like they would find this video helpful. And yeah, I would be interested to know where you're at in your writing journey or your author journey. Just leave me a comment and I'll be more than happy to answer. Yeah, and feel free to also message me on my social media pages, which are linked below as well. Check out my books if you're into contemporary Christian romance, or share them with somebody if you feel like that's what they are into. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a lovely day and God bless you. Bye.